This month's SBE WEBxtra is brought to you by Wheatstone, maker of the intelligent IP audio network used by studios around the globe. The AES-67 compatible WheatNet IP intelligent network is the most comprehensive end-to-end studio network system in the world, with a full line of consoles, software apps, IP audio appliances, and third-party add-ons for any studio workflow, size, or purpose. Wheatstone.
Welcome to the April 2020 SBE WEBxtra, the SBE chapter of the Web. With the NAB show being canceled in April because of the COVID-19 virus, we decided to use this SBE Extra in place of the usual SBE April Spring membership meeting. Like all businesses, the SBE has enacted a plan to observe the guidelines to reduce the spread of the disease. We appreciate that many chapters have been able to maintain communications with their members. This affects everyone in different ways, from being very busy to being furloughed or laid off from their jobs. The SBE is concerned for the safety of everyone, especially our members and their families. Many chapters are holding monthly meetings via virtual meeting apps such as Zoom or GoToMeetings. Maintaining contact with each other is important now, and these virtual efforts are greatly appreciated. With the assistance of several SBE officers and committee chairs, we'll provide an update on SBE activities. First up is SBE Secretary Kevin Trueblood. Kevin?
Since the last annual meeting on October 16, 2019 in Madison, Wisconsin, the Society of Broadcast Engineers conducted the regular Winter Executive Committee meeting on January 25th in Orlando, Florida, and several other meetings via conference call. The spring meeting of the Board of Directors, originally scheduled to be held on April 19th in Las Vegas, has been rescheduled for April 24th and will also be held via conference call. The Executive Committee will next meet on June 20th, 2020 in Indianapolis, and the full board will meet on September 22nd, 2020 in Syracuse, New York during the SBE National Meeting, held in conjunction with the SBE 22 Broadcast and Technology Expo, presented by the SBE Chapter 22 in Central New York. The SBE completed 2019 with a membership of 4,560. Membership as of March 31st stood at 4,664, a net gain of 104 since the beginning of the year. Membership is expected to climb beyond 4,880 by the end of June. Members are located in every U.S. state, Puerto Rico, Guam, Saipan, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and in more than 25 other countries. The Society has 115 chapters, with 113 in the United States and 2 in Hong Kong. And Wayne, that concludes my report.
Thanks, Kevin. Next, we'll hear from SBE Treasurer Ted Hand to deliver the Treasurer's report.
The SBE completed 2019 with a gross income of all sources of $1,181,351 and expenses of $961,835. For a net revenue of all operations of $220,144. The value of the SBE checking, savings, and investments at the end of 2019 totaled $1,195,339. The SBE's total assets at the end of 2019 totaled $1,210,994. Long-term investments gains totaled $84,160. The SBE has no debt. Through March 31st, 2020, net revenue is ahead of the budget and expenses are below budget. The SBE's investment and savings per the Society's board-approved finance policies are designated to maintain financial stability and revenue production, capital improvements, and projects that benefit the Society's membership and rainy day needs. While the SBE's long-term savings were down 7% at the end of March, they remain in good conditions. Mr. President, this concludes my report.
Thanks, Ted. To bring us up to date on our membership recruitment efforts, we'll turn it over to Membership Committee Chair Steve Brown.
Hello, fellow members. I'm Steve Brown, Membership Committee Chairman. The annual SBE membership drive is underway with the theme Going, Growing, and Knowing, Join the SBE. It began March 1st and runs through May 31st. From the beginning of the year and through March 31st, a total of 121 new members have joined the Society. Of those, 13 were recruited by 12 current members, and those members are now entered into the Membership Drive prize drawing. While an individual doesn't need a sponsor to join the SBE, we encourage all members to take advantage of the chance to be rewarded. Make sure your name is entered on the sponsors line of the application for each new member you can recruit. There is still plenty of time during the drive for each of us to recruit a new member. There are many people working in media technology today that we can reach out to. Each time you recruit a new member between March 1st and May 31st, your name goes into the drawing. If you recruit a sustaining member, your name goes in 5 times. And if you recruit 3 or more regular or associate members, or just one sustaining member, you will also receive a membership upgrade to SBE Member Plus. If you're already enjoying Member Plus, your prize will be carried over to 2021. The grand prize winner will receive an expense-paid trip to the SBE National Meeting in Syracuse, New York. This meeting will be held in September in conjunction with the SBE Chapter 22 Broadcast and Technology Expo. We will also present 2 chapters with the Golden Recruiter Award at the national meeting. This award recognizes the 2 chapters that have recruited the most members during the drive. There are quite a few other prizes that were donated by SBE sustaining members, and you can see a full list at the SBE website. In addition to all those prizes, every sponsor will receive $5 off his or her 2021 SBE membership renewal dues for each new member he or she recruits, up to a maximum of a $25 credit. Thinking about becoming a member? Membership applications can be submitted online at sbe.org, or the application may be sent by mail or fax to the national office. And be sure to include the name of your SBE member that sponsors you on your membership application. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. We have lots more information about SBE's activities in this membership meeting edition of the SBE WEBxtra. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jay with Wheatstone Corporation, and if you've ever purchased a networked audio system from Wheatstone, whether it's the bridge and generation control services or WheatNet IP, we have a remote application to serve your needs. If you have LX24, an E1, or an E6, you're going to use Glass E. If you have an LXE or Glass LXE, you're going to use an application like this, which we call Remote LXE, giving you full control. If you have motorized faders, we'll give you that. We'll give you bus assigns, channel on off, and it looks familiar just like the jocks are used to seeing in the studio. For the entry-level WheatNet IP users, we've got Remix. This has been a popular application that gives you remote control of any of the utility mixers found in the blades. Really handy for codec and just remote operation. For the generation users, we've developed screen builder apps for bus assigns, channel on off, and remote control. If you got any questions at all, please get in touch with the folks at Wheatstone.
Welcome back. Education is one of the cornerstones of the SBE. For an update on our educational efforts, we'll turn it over to Education Committee Chair Gary Morrow.
Thank you, Wayne. I'm proud to report that the SBE Education Committee continues to build on its successful program offerings. Participation in webinars by SBE continues to increase. In 2019, there were more than 4,000 webinar registrants, an increase of more than 1,000 from the previous year. Should be noted that 2019 was the second year of the SBE Member Plus program. Also in 2019, 18 new webinars were offered compared to 14 the year before. With this, both new and archived webinar participation surpassed the 2018 total number, and comparing March 2019 figures with March 2020, we continue to see an increase in webinar participation. I'd also like to take this opportunity to advise the expansion of our highly successful Member Plus program, which is now open to life and student members, along with regular, senior, and associate members. This means that all SBE webinars, including new webinars presented this year, are included at no additional cost for members who renew or join using the SBE Member Plus option. Through this option, you get access to all archived SBE webinars and any new live webinars the SBE presents. In 2020, 2 new webinar series have been introduced. The topics are Wireshark and Audio over IP. The RF201 webinar series also continues. Looking later this year, please make plans now to participate in the 2020 Leadership Development course scheduled August 4th to the 6th in Atlanta. Rodney Vanderveer, a professor of organizational leadership and supervision at Purdue University, again presents. We encourage you to bring a team and share in the experience of this highly interactive course. The 2020 ANIS workshop calendar kicked off in January in South Carolina. ANIS workshops will also be presented in El Paso and New Orleans this year. For more information on all the SBE educational offerings, go to sbe.org/education. Lastly, we'd like to ask for your feedback. We want to offer educational programs that are valuable to you. Please contact Education Director Kathy Oros at 317-846-9000 or coros@sbe.org with your suggestions. That completes my report.
Thank you, Gary. The program of certification has been a core part of the SBE mission since 1975, providing an update on the Society's certification programs and to recognize a number of our local volunteers is Ralph Hogan, National Certification Committee Chair.
Thank you, Wayne. The committee will be covering a number of topics over the next couple of weeks since we're not able to meet in person during the NAB show. Normally, this is where I would give you an update on what we discussed during the in-person meeting. Instead, I will give a brief update on the upcoming ATSC3 specialist exam. We have conducted 1 round of beta exams. This is an important step in the development because it lets us know if we're heading in the right direction as far as the questions and content. What we learned is that we need to tweak the exam slightly and include more of the practical questions. Those questions are being incorporated in the newest beta test and should be completed shortly. It is a process that's important so that we get you the best version of the exam. It's always tricky and time-consuming when we are creating a new exam from new and exciting technology. Once the exam and application are ready, there will be an announcement. Every year at the spring membership meeting, we recognize the local certification chairs who volunteer their time to proctor certification exams, review certification applications, and promote certification to their members. This year, there are a number of chairs who are celebrating their service anniversaries. Their names are being shown. All will receive a plaque for more than 5 years of service, and new certification chairs will receive a lapel pin. There's also 1 member of the National Certification Committee celebrating an anniversary. Thank you all very much for your service. I want to recognize all 11 active members of the National Certification Committee. They are Chris Alexander, Jim Bernier, Dane Erickson, Doug Garlinger, Hal Neller, Troy Pennington, Dave Priester, Rick Ryan, Joe Snelson, and Larry Wilkins. Thank you very much for the time that you put into the certification program. And Mr. President, that concludes the certification report.
Thank you, Ralph, for that update. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to provide you an update on some of the activities of your board of directors. As many of you are aware, John Perret announced his retirement effective later this year. As a result, the board of directors approved the establishment of an executive director search committee. That search committee is chaired by former past president Joe Snelson and is certainly underway in the process and currently on schedule to complete milestone work throughout the year. As we are living in an interesting time that many of our lives has been changed or disrupted, one thing to keep in mind that anyone in a technical field is endured to a lifelong learning process. Consider taking advantage of some possible downtime to take advantage of some of the SBE webinars that are offered. Through the Member Plus program, all of these webinars are available to you for free. If you did not take advantage of the Member Plus option when renewing your membership, you can upgrade that membership at any time by simply calling the SBE National Office. Keep in mind that having interest in only 2 webinars is cost effective in terms of the upgrade price. And currently today, there's over 90 in the library. And most importantly, we wish everyone to stay well, be safe, as well as ensuring that your family remains well and safe as well. As we mentioned earlier, the 2020 SBE National Meeting will be held in Syracuse, New York on September 22nd and 23rd at the Holiday Inn Liverpool. We will join the SBE Chapter 22 Broadcast and Technology Expo. Everyone is invited to attend the expo, but if you can't make it in person, be sure to tune in to the live stream of the 1-hour SBE annual membership meeting on September the 23rd, beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep in mind that by watching today's SBE WEBxtra, you have earned 1/2 of an SBE recertification point when you recertify. Thank you to Kevin, Ted, Steve, Gary, and Ralph for providing their reports for today's webcast. And I thank you for watching today. I'm Wayne Pacina, President of the SBE.